So what happens when we lose these muscles up front? We end up going into a posture where we have this excessive low back and we have our hip tilted forward. So this would be like your legs and this would be like your low back. This person is very proportional, obviously. Then we have our upper back here, neck, head, super long neck, shoulder. But we have this kind of excessive posture in the low back where everybody's kind of standing like Kim Kardashian and trying to stick their butt out. Now, most people would find that their butt still looks just fine if they go into a better posture. And one of the ways that we're gonna iron that out and give you some abs up front so that we're not hammering back on our lower back and using those spinal erectors, these muscles back here to stabilize everything. We're incorporating all the other muscles. We're gonna use a dead bug. Where I think the lack of clarity comes in is where people should start. And personally, I think everybody should go through a checklist of prerequisites. So I'm just going to show you from very, very basic to more advanced versions of anterior trunk exercises. Most of them are going to be in that dead bug medium. But first one we're going to do is we're going to put a roller between our thighs to stabilize. We're going to have our hands overhead and we're going to reach opposite directions. So we're going to do a big inhale and a big exhale. And we want to purse our lips on the exhale to create some resistance. So we're going to reach. Come back up, reach, push that air into the low back, into the pelvis, and then you exhale, reach, come back up. All right, so that's one version of a dead bug. The other, we're gonna come closer to the wall. We're gonna push in the wall to give ourselves some stability. We're gonna reach with the leg, come back up, come back up. And if you're doing this correctly, and you're really pulling those hips up and keeping that rib cage buttress down to that hip, you're going to get a good ab exercise out of it. If you're doing it very strict, you're gonna get a good exercise out of it. The other thing we can do to up that is we can come away from the wall and reach our leg and our arm. And the point here is we want to kind of iron out and get a little bit more towards neutral, a little bit more towards optimal, so that we don't want to necessarily have a flat back. So if you have flat back, you're opposite of that person up there on the wall, you want to tolerate something underneath your low back, but we're reaching. If you do this wrong, it's easy. If you do it right, it's extremely hard. And then if we want to up and past there, we can put a ball, give us some resistance. And just gives us something to push on to increase some resistance at that trunk. Past that, actually this will work better if I show you on this side. We're gonna put a rope around the foot and we're just gonna hold that leg up and get a little stretch to the hamstring. With all of these, and this is the one that's easiest to do this with, people can pull their butt up off the floor. You don't wanna do that. The butt needs to stay in contact with the floor. The abs need to stay stable. And then we exhale slowly while this leg drops. But we're learning how to move at the hip and at the upper back while this is maintaining position. We're getting this good solid exercise up front to strengthen the anterior core in a better position from that posture up there, so that when you stand up and you move around, you can stay in that position a little bit better. This way, all the muscles, or more of the muscles than just these spinal erectors, are stabilizing your trunk so that we can live a healthier life.